Here we go.
It's alrighty.
It's the cool. Get the cool shoe shine.
Said we gonna get shit,
It's
get
the
comfortable,
cool-
get how close you gonna be. I'm
Get
wearing
the
all
cool
black,
shoe
so
shine.
I feel like I'm a mine in the
I
background.
mean, you look like an old school NWA member.
Oh yeah. You can't even see me. Alrighty, but
You look like Ice Pick. The NWA member that didn't make it. Ice Pick. He was known for notorious rhymes. All right, here we go.
Alrighty. We are back. Welcome back. There's so much stuff going on right now in this world.
This world is crazy.
So we're gonna start off with I got a quick story. Welcome to the show. I got a quick story I wanted to get you guys' opinion on. Ooh, let me fix this mic. Wanted to get you guys a story on or your opinion on a story or a conversation I was having with this off-duty police officer at my job. Before I say this, in no way, shape, or form did he mention where this happened or any of the names or the ages. So I'm going to be doing a lot of filling in for it to make sense. So I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of the show called How to Catch a Predator, right? Yeah. Are you guys, right?
No, I've never heard of this show.
Oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm not sure if you guys are aware that there are social media accounts out there that trying to replicate How to Catch a Predator.
Yeah,
okay.
they doing a lot of stuff.
So just for the people at home, there are social media channels out there that replicate How to Catch a Predator, and they meet them in Walmart or Target, and then they say, hey, we got the transcript, we got the talk conversation, and then they start yelling, hey, this person's trying to meet a young boy, then they chase them out the store, then they get their license plate of their car, then they get arrested. Just so you have an idea. So
I seen a lot of them where they actually start jumping them.
and they start jumping them.
Oh, no kid. I did not know this was happening.
Oh yeah, it's definitely happening. And so this police officer was wanted to get my opinion on one of his dispatcher calls that he got called to, and he had to go to court as well. So get ready. So it was a social media company. I don't know the name. They were replicating How to Catch a Predator, and they were pretending to be a 14-year-old boy talking to another 14-year-old boy. So they were using a AI software to make themselves look like a 14-year-old boy, thinking that the other 14-year-old boy not going to notice. But clearly, because of this AI program they were using, they noticed the other 14-year-old boy using the same program or similar program to make themselves look like a 14-year-old boy.
Oh, wow.
But they knew that, hey, that's a man. We see the program you're using because we see it fizzling in the background, and you can see it flickering, and it shows the man, silhouette background or whatever. But they're pretending to replicate How to Catch a Predator. So it was a bunch of conversation going back and forth. But because they were both using AI, there were parents in the background, they were eating food, they were playing games, they were doing FaceTime, because they're thinking, hey, this person don't know the program we're using, or that's a grown man we're talking to. Long story short, hey, you want to come over? Clearly from the conversation, they live in the same city, whatever group chat they found each other on. So they say, hey, I'll be over in 30 minutes. They called the cop. Explain to the cop the same situation. Hey, we got this guy that's trying to meet a 14-year-old boy. He's pretending to be a 14-year-old boy, et cetera, et cetera. The cop on their way. The boy texts, hey, I'm outside. The man's finna walk up to the door. They open up the door. The people that's representing or replicating How to Catch a Predator. They open up the door. It's an actual 14-year-old boy that showed up to the house. They look to the left, and the mom is walking up the driveway. Hi, I'm such and such, blah, blah, blah. You and such been talking, whatever, we see you on the FaceTime, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. Now, it's two men at the door pretending to be this social media company or whatever. They're trying to get these trending videos and meet these people that's trying to meet a 14-year-old boy. They're explaining to the mom, hey, we're this company. We set up situations to where we catch predators and blah, blah, blah. We know that you were using the AI program because we use the same thing. The mom is like, what the fuck are you talking about? We just got a shitty camera and it flickers sometimes. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm finna call the cop. She's getting mad. She's getting crazy. And she called the cops. The cop that the social media company pulling up And then she's like, man, how fast? How the hell you get here so fast? Well, I don't care about that. This is what's going on. My son, bringing my son over here. They supposed to be talking to such and such. Again, I don't know the names of the name they used in the conversation. Mm-hmm. She's explaining the situation. The cop's like, well, they did call us, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm supposed to be meet a boy. There ain't no boy here. There's 3 men in the camera coming to the door with a camera. All this bullshit going on. They get arrested. The people in the social media company get arrested. They go in front of a judge. They have them in front of the judge, the police officer, the 911 dispatcher that sent out the police officer. They're explaining the situation to what's going on. They got a slap on the wrist because they're explaining to the judge, we do this all the time. We got 100,000 followers, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. We work with law enforcement all the time. Here are our previous videos. We've been doing this for a while. The judge like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You are not licensed professionals. Setting this shit up is dangerous. You don't know what the fuck you could be doing, and it's 3 of y'all, 4 of y'all in this social media company and blah, blah, blah. It went away. I don't know. Of course, I don't know any of the information. He didn't tell me any of the information in detail, but that begs to the question, what do you guys think about these people that replicate some of these licensed professionals on social media, whether if it's a personal trainer, a therapist, or what are the other ones? Financial advisors, like all these people online, hey, if your mom is not doing this, or if you're not saving X amount of dollars every month, or if you don't got a LLC account, this is what you need to do. From what I found out, a lot of these people are not licensed people online giving you information. It's nothing new. I'm not saying that they're all not professionals, but it is a lot of them out there that are pretending to try to give you professional advice. I know you guys see some of the videos where the guy's sitting in a chair outside, I'm a lawyer, ask the question. But he says, I'm an actual lawyer. But then, what's your guys' opinion on that?
Well, I too give advice and nobody actually listens to it, but I'm not a professional. As far as the to catch a predator thing, I would have to agree on the law side in terms of like if you're not a professional, that is some weird shit to be trying because you don't know who's going to show up at the door. Mm-hmm. And like it's different when it was on the TV show because, the police were there. Like whenever they caught somebody, they were already outside the door. So I can see where that would endanger the people that are actually filming it. As far as the whole concept itself, it's like I know that police do it because they have sting operations quite a bit in certain areas. So, I mean, if you're doing it for clicks and, views, I was like, you take that on yourself. I'm not opposed to getting creepos off the street, but like I said, at the same time, you don't know who's going to come up to that door and, think differently. Like, well, shit, I had intentions on kidnapping this motherfucker, so I just so happen to have a gun and some duct tape. Get yourself comfortable. So.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm not a fan of citizens trying, taking the law into their own hand.
Yeah, that's
at the same time, it's like you said, like, hey,
we see it all the time.
Like pedophiles off the street. Like, I ain't really complaining about that, but I'm like, I'm doing it, for the, and then I think that kind of branches off for me into like the motivation behind stuff. Like, are you doing this to actually get pedophiles off the street and protect kids, or are you just doing this because people are going to click on it and watch it?
Oh, yeah.
I think both of those are win-wins. Like, I'm getting clicks and views and the motherfucker off the street, then
Yeah, you get that you follow those fitness people online, buy my fitness plan for $150.
But as far as like you were saying, the other, like going into other areas, I think that's similar as far as like, not necessarily taking the law in your hand, but taking like professions, like things that you would normally need a formal education and licensure and proof that you know what you're talking about versus just saying, oh, I just know this because I looked it up. Like there should be some kind of proof to say, hey, I know what I'm talking about. And this is how, like, I can prove that I know what I'm talking about versus just saying some shit online.
Yeah.
And saying it with a convincing voice. And I saw not too long ago in China is like, you can't do that. You can't give advice at all unless you got a PhD in front of your name.
Oh, really?
Like,
Oh,
and
wow.
you get caught posting a video online saying, "Hey, you should start an LLC and and put this in your name and do this and do that." If you don't have a license to give financial advice or whatever whatever kind of license you would normally need for that in a professional setting, like you can't do that.